Hi, this is Rick at Doomsday Tank Models. Happy New Year 2023. Another year. Anyway, I thought I would get another video out for everybody. Thank you so much for the responses I've been getting. My newest video that did less than 2 weeks ago is climbing towards 600 views, and that's really exciting to me. And before this recording, I have 34 subscribers, so I thank you for that. Also, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe to my channel. That way I can continue to grow and hopefully show you some more neat things and that you'll enjoy. So let's get into it. What I'm gonna do. I've described how I like metal tracks, metal tank barrels, metal machine guns, that kind of thing. I just think they come across a little more realistic and just more fun. And I think that's why I'm reluctant to paint as fast as I should, because I like seeing the tracks, the bare metal, the barrel, and the metal machine guns, and also custom grab handles. I'll do an episode on that for you guys in the future. All this adds to realism, and also, since I like to handle my models after I build them, they're less likely to break, especially plastic grab handles. They're going to give on you like crazy, and they'll be a pain. Actually, to replace it with a metal one, if you decide to go with plastic because you don't want to deal with the custom handles, digging that out and putting a metal one in its place would be no big deal. So don't fret on something like that. Anyway, I'm going to get into it with staining the tracks and see what you guys think. So I kind of got this started, and guess what? I got a phone call. Anyway, so I go with this VMS Black Pro 2.0 Extra from VMS. I'm not a paid endorser or anything like that, so don't worry about that kind of stuff. So what I tend to do, I just put a little in here, and I've already got some, so I'm not going to pour any more. Just drop it in there, and you'll see it swishing around in there. Just kind of go like that, swish around a little bit, and by the way, please wear latex gloves on this. I'm only not using them because I think it'll affect how when I touch the camera, it won't pick up my finger. So don't do it like I'm doing as far as the fingers. Wear latex. So just kind of dig that out. Leave the excess here on this side because you're going to be referring to that. Use a toothbrush. Just kind of dip it in there, and you just kind of, it's going to go, as more of the stuff you use, the more it's going to start turning like this one I started before I got the phone call. It's still funny. Anyway, just keep rubbing on it, and it gently starts getting that patina. And the more you leave it in this container, the darker it'll get. I'm only cutting it short for interest of time. So it'll go from this to like this. It'll get darker. You see that's still wet. Then you'll get a nice patina. You'll see some of the wire comes out to use as track pins. Just a great looking patina for the tracks. And then for added realism, just take a sanding sponge, and I get these just at any nail salon supply place. They have, and it's like a sponge type surface for a file, and just gently, it doesn't take too much effort. Rub that top. That's like this, and you'll get this shiny part right there. And it's a little realism for tanks go from country to residential. They'll work and against the cement, the roads, whatever material it is, and it'll rub against the tank track, and it'll get that silver look to it. So something like that, after I'm done with this stage right here where it's still wet, just let them dry. I let them dry for at least an hour. I really don't touch them till the next day unless I have to, but not necessary. Hour at the most, too. And that's pretty much all you have to do. Once you're done staining it like I just did here, to stop the darkening process, put it in a little water. Just kind of, this is only partial track. Normally I do the whole long track. Just trying to simplify it for the video's sake. And the more you rub on this, the more it will look like this, and then this over here. So just in interest of time, I'm going to cut a little bit short and go on to something else, because I've kind of referred to this rough texture stuff I do on my models for the armor plate. It's assimilated glue and Tamiya putty, and just gives a little more texture for the painting process. Looks a little more like rolled steel, and any more realism you can put on there. It's kind of cool to do something like that, especially when it's so easy. So my last video, I was referring to these right here that I got an idea from a gentleman on YouTube, has his own channel, but I just added some weight to it. And to do this mixture, you take a load of this Tamiya grape, it's got the orange cap, and just a little dab like that. And then just get one of these pipettes. And what I see all these guys using on the videos is this Mr. Hobby, Mr. Cement S as a mixture. I imagine, though, you can use Tamiya glues, anything. I think this maybe just works a little better for what we need it for. So take a pipette and put a little of that in there. Doesn't take too much. And just get your most scraggly brush that you can't use anymore because it's just really out of shape, and that's just perfect. What I'm going to take here is a KV2 turret. What I did right here on this side is kind of prepped it and just take that Mr. Cement S and just tap it right there, and it kind of is a preface for putting this stuff on. It's not completely necessary. If you want to skip it, go ahead. I think it makes it a little easier to transition over. And I may have made too much glue on this. That's okay. I'm just going to take a little more of this Tamiya putty. Make a bigger batch than I intended, just to make the consistency a little better. So just take that. Got a little too vigorous with that. So I should have said, and I should have done, was to add the glue sparingly at first and see how it mixes out. But just in the interest of time, you want something that's going to look about like this, not this. Anyway, life's a trial. So take a little of this right here and just kind of dab it. And it's going to leave a little texture right there. It's going to end up being pretty cool after you paint it. And this, you can go a little heavier when you want to simulate cast steel. Especially the T34s that have the cast steel. Those are really fun to do some really heavy. But this is going to be like a rolled steel, so a slight texture. And once this dries, I'm going to Just sand it down a little bit. So that's just something you just want to do a little sampling to show you guys. And it's really cool. This is actually, this project may take me a little bit, but it's going to be a KV2 turret on a T-34 chassis. The only had this as a prototype, and the turret was slightly different, but it was much like a KV2. I believe a 152 millimeter howitzer is the main gun. And I imagine the designer in the Soviet Army just wanted to get a little firepower, heavy firepower when needed. And with the T-34 chassis, they can get there faster. So I hope you enjoyed that. And stuff like this, I continue to enjoy putting out for everybody. And again, thank you for the viewership. Please, if you like what you see, if you come across my videos, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I appreciate the ones that have come on board. Thank you so much for all the views, for the subscriptions. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.